During the cruise season in the Mediterranean, many ships arrive and depart from Trieste. My most popular video so far has been one about what to see if Trieste is your embarkation port. I thought I would offer up some other suggestions for those who enjoy a bit of history as well as good coffee and pastries. Trieste had been an important city during the time it was part of Austria. It was a major trading port, and that brought wealth to the city. With wealth came leisure time and time to have intellectual conversations about literature and politics, and so cafe culture was created. I set about visiting 4 of Trieste's historic cafes. The first one is the closest to the cruise port. In fact, you can see the cruise ships from the outdoor seating area. Caffè degli Specchi was opened in 1839. Its name comes from the mirrors in the inside walls, which would reflect lamp and candlelight around the room once it was dark. Normally, once it got dark, people just went home, but not in Caffè degli Specchi. The mirrors were also used to carve the details of important world events into them. Sadly, only 3 mirrors have actually survived. Caffè degli Specchi, or Caffè dei Specchi in the Triestine dialect, is the only survivor of the 4 great cafes in Piazza Unità. It is a fantastic location for people watching, and although it's popular with tourists, it's still patronised by locals, especially those wanting their morning espresso standing at the bar. There's quite the selection of pastries. It now serves lunches and even English breakfasts. The coffees come with a small cup of melted chocolate, even if you just order an espresso at the counter. The aperitifs come with 3 small hors d'oeuvres. The base of the aperitif is Prosecco, as it comes from the town of Prosecco just up the road. It's all very local. The oldest cafe is Caffè Tommaseo, which had been in continuous operation since Tommaso Marcuto opened the cafe in 1830. He named the cafe after himself, but the name was later changed to Tommaseo. Tommaso was the first to bring ice cream to Trieste in 1845. We can thank him for all those gelato shops. There are 3 parts to the interior. As you enter from the front entrance, there is a restaurant to the left and the cafe straight ahead. At the back of the cafe is the counter where you order or you have your standing up espresso. The interior was extensively renovated in the early 2000s, and I think it's quite lovely. Pasticceria La Bomboniera was established in 1839 by a Hungarian family whose descendants operated it until the year 2000. It's now owned by the same owners as Caffè degli Specchi. I've always liked the window displays. The meringues on the carousel display was from a few years back. It was a pastry shop, but it seems that in recent years an outdoor cafe has been established. The interior of the patisserie is original, and the menu of sweets based on an Austro-Hungarian patisserie is the original menu, and the baked goods are cooked in a wood fire oven out the back. The window display has the Austrian Empress Elizabeth, the beautiful Sissi. As one of the pastries, the Presnis was created for her. I ordered a piece to try, as I'd never had one. It has various ground nuts and sultanas inside the pastry. The furthest away from the cruise port, and it's also the newest of the cafes as it dates back to 1914, is the Antico Caffè San Marco. Ironically, it has the word ancient in its name. It was a meeting place for political intellectuals. It was badly damaged in the First World War, and the interiors you see today date back from the 1920s. As well as political intellectuals, the cafe attracted many literary figures, and even today it has a bookshop. The cafe hosts quite a few events, and the morning I was there, it was closing to the public at 11 for a private event. If you like my videos, please consider liking and subscribing. Sitting in an historic cafe, enjoying a drink or a pastry is a nice way to experience a lovely city in this big wide world.